One Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld.
The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bones. I had to 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get admitted, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
People might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up in
Westworld. You stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest, is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, get it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm wiped out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like these. Don't run with too many people. Facts. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, or you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. 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 They're one West.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we bustin' it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I say, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Hey, fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, bitch, I done had enough. Fuck that fucking job, I'm watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, caught between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, now these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring that paper back. Sean, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I say, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Hey, fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. All these people dropping like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, the bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitching and crying. And I say, fuck that fucking job, nigga.
Yeah, nah.
Push-up position.
Okay. Homie, I've been.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or a sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He was like, who is this nigga? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath Alham wa Aidya Yahweh. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so Al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So Al, when it's joined with something, means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like, if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
Right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, like, afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens. And that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith, that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai Barakatham to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Al-Atham Bashemi Al-Shai to the sisters. You all hear me?
Come on. Y'all, Shemi Al-Shai Barakatham.
Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai Barakatham. It's like just changing my mic real quick. Y'all can still hear me, right?
Come on.
Sorry, Christ.
I don't know about Abandigar. If Abandigar can hear you, so he hasn't responded, has he?
Let's see. Abandigar, can you hear me? I think he might just be having internet issues. I can see him on the screen below. If anything, he'll probably jump back in, but you should be Tawab. If you can hear me, then the sound's Tawab on the stream. All right. So with the ICB case side out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commanding journey Yohana. Since 1969, we've been prophesying out of the Bible about who the true children of God are. You know what I'm saying? That the chosen people of God is not the so-called Jewish man in Tel Aviv or in Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? This in a matter in all types of wars in different countries that is about to kick off the Third World War. But that's not him. He is not the chosen people of God. The chosen people of God are those who are depressed. You know what I'm saying? Not depressed, like, well, depressed, damn near. You know what I'm saying? But oppressed. And it's not, you know what I'm saying, in the wicked kingdoms of the oppressor, wherever we were enslaved and taken, whether it be in America, South America, you know what I'm saying, Haiti, all over the Caribbean, the UK, you know what I'm saying, all over Europe, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians of the transatlantic slave trade, you are the chosen people of God. You know what I'm saying? This war that's on the horizon is to free you. Believe it or not, it's to free you from the hands of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? That from the hand of the man who stole you from your land, you know what I'm saying, stole you from your identity, stole you away from it, and placed another man in your stead, so you can't return to God, to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So you don't, you don't ever think to wonder about who the Israelites are, because there's a man already claiming to be Israel. There is a man that did these things to you, and he has never faced justice. He's never faced justice on the face of this earth, but the Most High is starting World War III to bring you justice. He's bringing blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians justice, the justice that they've never received from any other people and never would receive. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish man, he goes through something traumatic. He goes through a terrible crime, and he receives justice. All nations, all across the earth, they have terrible things happen to them. But someone turns around and looks at their plight and does something to give them justice. Absolutely nothing done to give justice to the slave, to give justice to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? No sweat. Most High will deal with that. Rely on your Father. Your Father in heaven will bring you justice. All right? Now, with that, of course, this is the scripture breakdown class. I'm holding it down temporarily while Captain Karathia gets here. If anybody has any questions, you know what I'm saying, bring all your questions. Anybody in the comments, type them in. You know what I'm saying? If it's something on topic, we'll wait for the captain, because the captain is going into, you know what I'm saying, Christianity and how it's absolutely not prepared you for World War III. It's not prepared you for what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I'll take any questions in the meantime. If they're off topic, you know what I'm saying, I can answer all questions. All right. Anybody have anything they need broken down? La. All right, no sweat. No sweat. For the time being, we don't get slack here. Someone speaking, the mic is real muffled. Was that yourself, Radar?
I'm not sure. Shall I turn that any better?
You might sound Tawab now. I'm not sure who it was that was speaking just now. I was off the screen.
I wasn't speaking. It wasn't me. So.
All right, no sweat. No sweat. You have any questions or la?
La.
All right, no sweat. No sign Christ. All right, let me get somebody get me Isaiah 14 and verse 1. Baba Kushar. Yeah, Isaiah 14 and verse 1.
Khan, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
The Bible says the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will absolutely have mercy on Jacob. Now, it don't seem like the Lord is having mercy. He ain't having mercy on you right now. But in fact, the mercy is that we're still alive. The mercy is that we still have a chance to come back to the Most High. That's the mercy. The Most High is giving mercy to Jacob. He's giving mercy to the house of Israel. You might not feel as though it's mercy, but listen, we as a nation, we don't deserve to be alive right now. But the Most High has had mercy on the children of Israel. And when the time comes, when we turn back to the Most High, the time comes where he will give us justice and put us in our rightful position, which is leading this entire earth. You know what I'm saying? Ruling over this entire earth. That's where blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are supposed to be. We're not supposed to be strung out on drugs on a park bench. We're not supposed to be in the abortion clinic with the legs up, having a vacuum put inside your body. We're not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, on every corner selling drugs to our brothers and sisters. We're not supposed to be in the prison cells rotting away. We're supposed to be ruling this entire earth. And the Most High will have mercy on Jacob. Read on.
Khan, and will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose Israel. You know what I'm saying? Israel is going to be chosen. You know what I'm saying? You might see the oppressor in power right now, or you might see other nations which you think is so great and mighty, but the Most High has chosen a specific people. He hasn't chosen the Arabs. He didn't choose Ishmael. He He didn't choose Esau, the so-called white man. He didn't choose Moab, the Chinese, or Ammon, the Japanese. He certainly didn't choose Amalek, which is the so-called Jewish man today. Certainly didn't choose that devil. He didn't choose any of these other nations. He will yet choose Israel. Meaning no matter what, he will always choose Israel. He has a people that he made a covenant with. He made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and with Jacob, and with the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. And the Most High keeps his covenant. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is not a man that he should lie or change his mind in a way where it's now gonna, you know, like the Arabs love to say, well, you know, the children of Israel were God's chosen people, but they disobeyed him, and then he chose Ishmael, or he chose Muhammad, or whatever the hell foolishness they say. The Bible says he will yet choose Israel. No matter what y'all try and say, no matter how much y'all hope and try and take on our customs, and you know, like Arabs, you know, they pray what is it, 5 times a day? No matter how many times you pray in a day, or how many times you do intermittent fasting, which is all Ramadan is. No matter how many times you do it, no matter how many times you bow and kiss a stone, the Most High will never choose you. The Most High will absolutely never choose you. The so-called white man, no matter how, I mean, what does the white man even do? Absolutely nothing. He's the devil. I mean, he don't do nothing but serve himself and his lusts. But you could have some old pope, you know what I'm saying, or some Christian, no matter how much you dress in some tatty old busted clothes, or shave your head, or try and be celibate, meanwhile you're in there touching little kids. I mean, no matter how much you try and claim to be holy, or you could be a nun or whatever, and dedicate your life to Jesus, no matter how much you try, none of that. The Most High did not choose you. But he will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose who?
Israel.
And will yet choose Israel. He will choose blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is absolutely loyal to his chosen people. All right? We just need to have that same loyalty towards our Father. That's what we as a nation need to have. You know what I'm saying? We all stuck up in Islam and white Jesus and Buddha and Rastafarianism and just bowing down to the weed damn near. You know what I'm saying? You bowing down to drugs and violence these days. I mean, good night, which is really just, you know, it's just Christianity. Anything that's against the Most High is really just Christianity. Christianity allows you to do it and think that you're still, you know, you're still a good person. Like God knows your heart. Listen, unless you're keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, you would hope the Most High doesn't know your heart, because your heart and your mind is absolutely wicked and against, you know what I'm saying, God's laws. What we need to do is not, you know what I'm saying, not be worried about our own hearts or our own mind, and tune our mind into the Most High. Tune into what God wants us to think, what God wants us to feel. That's what we need to be concerned with. You know, read on.
Khan, and set them in their own land.
And the Most High is going to set us in our own land. Now you look at the so-called Jewish man today. That's not the Most High setting him in his own land. That was, you know what I'm saying, whoever, you know, had that meeting and decided that Israel or Jerusalem was going to be the land where those people could reside after going through that traumatic experience called the Holocaust. But there is a people today which still don't have a land of their own. There are people today that were brought to another land in cargo slave ships, and to this day don't have a land, don't have a culture, don't have a language of their own, not that they know about. They do, but they don't know about it, nor do they have access to it. But the Most High will set them in their land. The Most High will set the people of Israel in the land, which is the land of Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? It is Israel, which you have two nations fighting over right now. You know what I'm saying? You have Israel and Palestine fighting over it right now. The land belongs to none of them. It belongs to you, black man. It belongs to you, black, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman. All right, read on.
Khan, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the strangers, which are the other nations. The other nations, their customs, their ways are strange to the children of Israel. The children of Israel, we are a nation full of flavor, full of charisma. We're a nation that deals with things like cleanliness. I mean, those are the nations. All you have to do is look at the Indians. I mean, Salakia. You look at these other races of people, the Hamites with washing their face with cow urine. The East Indians and Indians, having, putting their foot, like the oppressor is saying, like, you put your foot, or is that oppressor, or that's like Black American talk. Like, you put your foot in this food. Yeah, the Indian man actually did. He actually did put his foot in the food. I mean, Black people and Israelites have something, something unique, like cleanliness. You know what I'm saying? Something unique, like the flavor that we have that every other nation tries to imitate and replicate and tries to steal. You have Chinese people or Asian people trying to get an afro. I mean, good night. Imagine that the hair that we hate and the way we're hated because of, like the oppressor cannot stand our hair. Meanwhile, they're all trying to curl their hair to get like us. You know what I'm saying? They all hate our skin. Meanwhile, they're trying to tan their skin to get like us. I mean, there are people that are absolutely great, but have only be oppressed and told that they're nothing. That people are the people that these strangers, which again, they're strange to us. Their customs, I mean, we eat things like, beef and chicken. The Chinese man will eat, eat anything. Cockroach. He'll eat a rat. I mean, he'll eat all manner of things, whatever he can fit in his stomach will go in his stomach. He eats, I mean, I've seen some mukbang videos will make you throw up. It's supposed to make me hungry, is it not? I thought mukbang was supposed to be, it's supposed to make you want to eat. You watch one of them Asian mukbangs, it make you want to throw up the stuff they eat. But that's besides the point. The strangers will be joined to the house of Israel. And how will they be joined with Israel? Read on.
Khan. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
And they're going to cleave to the house of Jacob. They're going to cleave to us for safety. Because the God that we serve could unalive them and should, is going to give them justice for what they did to us. They are going to be absolutely terrified and cleave to us like their life depends on it. They're going to turn around and say, listen, whatever y'all say goes. Like, they're so proud now where you can't tell an Arab anything about his culture, about his history, about his people. He's proud. You can't tell a British man or a so-called white man, you can't tell him anything. They're proud. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to cleave unto the house of Jacob. They're going to cleave and be subservient unto us and pray that the Most High doesn't unalive them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to pray that we have some mercy on them and maybe not beat them as hard that day. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not, give them stripes like they've earned from their forefathers. You know what I'm saying? With that, I pass the class over to Captain of 10,000 Karathia. You know what I'm saying?
Shalom Yahweh Shem Shakatar. Shalom Yahweh Shema Atar Bashem Yahweh Shai. It's like but what was you going over?
I was going over Isaiah chapter 14, sir. Where
man, this is one of my favorite scriptures of all time. You probably notice, but I bring that out in camp all the time. Okay. So start from verse 14 and start from verse 1. Because Christians read the scripture and they think that Isaiah 14 is talking about Lucifer and Satan. According to the Bible, Lucifer is the white man. Lucifer is the oppressor, man. All Lucifer means is what? Is shining one or illuminate one, which means to shine very bright. And Christians are taking that and said, it's talking about Satan. According to Christian doctrine, Satan had a fight with the Most High, and the Most High kicked him out of heaven. I know it's in the Bible, man.
Right.
Let's start from verse 1 and get some context. Come on.
Khan. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
The Lord will have mercy on Jacob, on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I know it don't seem that way right now because you see drugs in our neighborhoods. It don't seem that way right now because we're getting deported. It don't seem that way right now because black on black crime, police brutality, black people at the bottom. It don't seem that way, but black man, you best believe it. The Lord will have mercy on us, man. Mercy is something that you don't deserve. And right about now, black man, we don't deserve mercy from God, but we're gonna get it, man. Why? Because the Lord loves us. The Lord loves us, and the Lord's gonna give us mercy, man. Come on.
And will yet choose Israel.
What?
And will yet choose Israel.
The Lord gonna choose us. The Lord chose us, kicked us out of his land, and gonna choose us again. We are chosen by God, man. We're chosen. There's loads of nations on the face of the earth, yet we're the chosen ones, man. Come on.
And set them in their own land.
And the Lord's gonna set us in our own land. Right about now, where do black people live?
In the poorest parts, everywhere.
Everywhere, man. Where we live in the ghettos of everywhere. So if you're a black man from Puerto Rico, you speak Spanish because of the Spanish invading your people. You live in another man's land. If you're a black man in England, you live in the ghettos of England, man. You work the poor jobs of England, the cleaning, the construction. We're so poor. When a black man gets a decent job, we're happy, like, yes, finally be in construction. That's how low we are. When white people are trying to be president, prime minister, but we're so low. When a black man gets a government job, like a mailman or a postman, we're happy. That's how low we become. We're at the bottom of every society, speaking French, Portuguese, Spanish, Creole, whatever the case may be. Why? Because we're in all these lands scattered. This is the good news, old black man. The Lord said that we got land. No longer, black man, do we have to be in the ghettos of England, in the Brixtons, the Peckhams, the Moss Side, the Toxteth, the Handsworth. We're gonna have our own land, man. Imagine that. Read that again.
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
There you go, black man. Set us in our own land. We got a land of our own. Man. We think that we fight for a block or a neighborhood or a street or a road or a postcode. Meanwhile, we got our own country, man. We think because of the diaspora, we got nowhere to live, and we speak English because hey, the English conquered me. I might as well live in Britain. I might as well live in Peckham. I might as well live in a small council estate, a small ghetto in Brixton, a small ghetto in London, a small ghetto in Birmingham. Meanwhile, black man, do you know you have your own land, man? The Bible says you have your own land. No more do you have to call yourself Black British. No more do you have to call yourself Afro-American. Black man, you got an identity of your own. It's right here in the Bible, man. That's why I can't follow Christianity. I can't follow Islam. Because they don't tell black people who they are. They tell black people how to sing and dance, though. How to shake a tambourine, though. And to shock and jive and learn about dying and going to heaven. But black man, they don't teach you who you are, man. And any book that can't do me, if any religion can't tell me who I am, then I don't want to know. I don't want no parts of it, man. You can tell me how good God is, but who are black people? You can tell me that Allah cut the moon in half, but who is black people? That's what I want to know. If you can't give me that, then I don't want to know, man. Come on.
Khan. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the stranger. So, first the Lord lets you know what will happen to us. We're going to get redemption, our own land. We're on the bottom, but we're going to be on top. Now the Lord's going to let you know what's happening to the white man, Chinese, Arabs, Indian. Why? Because, we love them so much. We love them so much. And you speak to a black man and say, listen, with the Israelites, what do they all say, Akim? What do all black people say?
They say, what about Esau?
There you go. But what about the white man? Which lets you know that black people are brainwashed. I'm showing you how black people are brainwashed. I've never heard in my years doing this a black man say, what about the East Indian man? I've never heard him say, what about the Chinese? You know, I've never heard a black man say. I've never heard a black man say, what about my uncle? What about my auntie? What about my cousin who's a drug dealer? What about my cousin who's on drugs? Can he make it? How does he make it? Black people skip all their family members. All other nations say, well, what about white people? That's how destroyed we are. But the Bible's about to let you know what happens to them white people. Read that again.
Khan, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
And the strangers, them other nations are going to be joined to us, man. We're going to find out how they're joined to us. Let's see if they're joined to us in marriage. Let's see if they're joined to us in friendship. Come on.
Khan, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Come on.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And we're going to take them and bring them to our place. So let's see if we're going to put them in our house and house them and become one and marry their woman. Let's see why they're going to be in our houses. Come on.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Salaki, what do you say?
The house of Israel shall what? Read that part again.
Shall possess them.
And that's why we're going to take them to our place, because we're going to possess them. When you have possessions, when you possess something, it means you own it. We're going to own them, man. Like how they owned us. You want to know why your surname is Williams? Because Williams owned you. You want to know why your surname is Morgan? Because a man called Morgan owned you. But guess what? The day's coming, black man, when a white man's going to have a Hebrew surname, man. A white man's going to call Esau Ra'awaban, man.
Right.
Esau Akayan. The day's coming when an oppressor's going to come with papers, man. He's going to come with a logbook. He's going to come with a receipt. A man going to say, yo, either my yours. Just say, yes, it's mine. You're going to go in the back. What's that tin your mum had, man, with the birth certificates, that key? And you're going to produce papers on the Edomite, man.
Right.
You're going to possess them. Come on.
Karan Khan, in the land of the Lord.
You're going to possess them in the land of the Lord. They're going to work in your land. You know how you worked in their land? Black people worked in America picking cotton. Black people worked in America in the coal mines. Black people worked in Jamaica cutting cane, cutting tobacco and coffee beans. But they're going to work in our land. And they're going to fix up everything that they destroyed. You heard about on the news right now, Iran bombed the hospital. You heard about that? They're going to go to all-out war, and there's going to be nothing but rubble left. And somebody's going to have to operate the bulldozers, man. It ain't going to be me. It's lucky. My 9 to 5 days are over. Someone's going to have to dig out them dead bodies, man. Someone's going to have to set back up them hospitals. We need hospitals in our kingdom too.
Right.
We need nuclear power plants in our kingdom too. And someone's going to build them. Someone's going to build back what they broke, and it's not going to be us. Let's find out who's going to be. Come on.
Oh God. In the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
For what?
For servants and handmaids.
And that's the future of everybody who's not black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. They're going to be what? Servants and handmaids, man. That's their job, to serve us. If you're an oppressor in that day and the Lord spares your life, why? It's so you can serve us. So you can build our kingdom like how we built yours. Let me tell you something, man. Hospitals don't build themselves. Buildings don't build themselves. Roads don't make themselves. Bulldozers don't drive themselves, man.
Right.
You're going to drive it, and we did it for you. We're slaves right now in England. Who built the underground in London? Black people did, man. Who built your NHS? Black people did, man. And likewise, you're going to build us a wonderful NHS, man. You're going to build us a wonderful underground system, man. Come on.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
And we're going to take them captives, whose captives we were. Meaning we were their captive. Now they are captive. Anyone know the word revolution? This is a revolution right here. A revolution is when the man on the bottom is now the man on top. That's a revolution. You ever heard the word, a gun with a spinning barrel is called a what? A revolver. Meaning what? The bullet that's on the bottom, it revolves and goes to the top, man. That's a revolution. The people on the bottom are going to be the people on top. The niggas on the corner that everyone goes, are going to be the niggas in what? Castles, man. Niggas with crowns on their head. That's how we're going to be. Black people are so low that, guess what? I'm going to show you how low black people are. We're so low that even Africans who are the same complexion as us look down on us. Africans that come over here from what? A mud hut, man. Who drink blood and eat bones. They look up. Oh, man, look at them damn Jamaicans, man. Oh, they never go to university. That's how low we are. Even in the dark skin community, we're even below them. That day's coming to an end. We're going to be the people that you look up at. We're going to be your future sirs and your future lords, man, and your future prime ministers and presidents and kings, man, of the earth.
Right.
Thus saith the Bible. Come on.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And we're going to rule over our oppressors. Who's our oppressor? The white man. That's the man that oppresses us. We're going to rule over the man that put drugs in our neighborhoods. We're going to rule over the man that won't hire us because we got a black sounding name. We're going to rule over the man that says, hold on. According to the Home Office, you're not a British citizen no more. That same man that oppresses us, we're going to rule over him. That same man that locks us in jail, we're going to lock him in jail. That same man that crams us into council estates, we're going to cram him into council estates. That same man that put drugs in our neighborhood, we're going to rule over him. We're going to be above him. Come on.
Khan, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
There you go, man. The Lord knows how hard you work. The Lord said in that day, black man, you're going to get rest, man. Because right about now, we ain't getting no rest. Anyone know about the Windrush generation? Grandma worked hard, man. Granddad worked hard, man. 3-4 jobs to rent a room. Getting gunned down by the police, man. Stop and frisk. Sus laws. Marching. Voting. And black man still ain't got no rest. Guess what, black man? You want rest? It comes with the Lord. We think that we get rest by voting and having signs saying no justice, no peace, or by going into parliament, by having black men go into parliament or black women becoming MPs. We've done all of this and we've never had rest. We've done all of this and we still suffer by the hands of the police. Black on black crime is still in our ends. Drugs is still in our communities. You get rest, black man, with God. God brings your rest, man. So what are you supposed to do? After reading that, you're meant to go home and put down the weed, put down the pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, because that's how we get our rest, man. We think that we get our rest by fighting in his army. We think that we get our rest by, joining his military. And, more black men in politics. So we need more black role models. No, you get rest when you serve the Lord, black, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. That's where your rest comes from. Do that again.
Khan. The Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
Amazing, man. No more 9 to 5 shifts. No more working hard and you can't even see where the money goes, man. No more. Can you believe the oppressor? How much weeks is 50 weeks? 54 weeks a year. 54 weeks in a year, and the oppressor gives you 4 off. Can you imagine that? 54 weeks in a year, and the oppressor goes, you're allowed to have 4 off. So there's another 50 months that you must slave and work hard. That day's coming to an end, man. It's quite even there, man. You can thank the Lord for it, man. You gotta thank the Lord for that, man. The day's coming where we're gonna get every clock. Yeah, they deduct it from here. Carry on. What were you reading?
Khan, verse 4, that thou shalt take it upon, that thou shalt take it up, this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Right. So this is the context. What we just read? What is the context of Isaiah 14 from the top? What is the context of Isaiah 14?
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Come on.
And say, how hath the oppressor seized? The golden city seized.
Right. So we're gonna say the oppressor that used to oppress us, he ceased. We're gonna be so happy to say, oh my God, how did that oppressor cease, man? How did he stop from beating us and ruling over us and having us work dead-end jobs and putting drugs in our neighborhood? It stopped. So, Akim, listen to the question. From what we just read, what is the whole context of Isaiah 14?
The context is that the people who are oppressed, like blacks and Pennsylvanians, are going to rule over the oppressor, like rules who oppressed us, and he is going to laugh in his face and say how he ceased.
Right. So the whole context, like what Alban said, is that one day the oppressor is going to start oppressing us and we're going to oppress him. That's the whole context. We're going to have our own land. We're going to oppress him. That's the whole context of it. It got nothing to do with angels falling down from heaven. It got nothing to do with Lucifer falling from heaven, having a fight with the Most High. It's about the oppressor ceasing from oppressing Israel. So skip down to verse 12.
Come, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right, so Christians say, hey, there was the angel that fell from heaven. We just read with a couple verses before where the Bible said the exact same thing. The Bible said, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Where in Isaiah 14 did it just say this? It just said it a minute ago.
It's like you said, where else did they say he's the Slack here? What verse are we at?
Right now at verse 12.
Verse 12. Okay. And then so it said about how the oppressor will cease.
There you go. Rabbi, listen, saying the same thing. One saying, how are you fallen from heaven? How have you lost your power? And verse 4 is, how was you ceased? The oppressor is crucified. It's the same thing, man. Different wording, same thing. Context is key. Why would the Lord be talking about oppression in verse 1? Then some mystical demon who fell from heaven in verse 12. It's saying the same thing. One is saying he fell from heaven. One is saying he ceased to rule. To fall from heaven is to cease to rule. Heaven is rulership, being on top, conquering. And then falling from heaven is that what? You no longer have no more power. It's saying the exact same thing. Read verse 4 again.
Khan, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
The king of Babylon? Who is the king? Who is the king of Babylon? Ancient Babylon's done. It's all in the past. Babylon was a country where all nations could be together. Babylon was a country where same-sex marriage was allowed, where you could serve any god you want to. What country today has the same concept as Babylon? What country today where same-sex can marriage? What country today where everyone is in one big melting pot? Is it China? No, because 95% of China are Chinese.
Right.
China don't allow same-sex marriage. China don't allow every religion's fine. China don't allow them things. But there is a country called America where you can find Puerto Ricans, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, Russians, Ukrainians, everyone in one big melting pot where same-sex marriage is allowed, where freedom of religion is allowed, freedom of speech is allowed, and you can do whatever you want in this country. That is the modern day Babylon. And the Bible said what? Read that part again.
Khan, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
Right, let's find it. Go on, king of Babylon, read.
And say, how have the oppressor seized, the golden city seized?
That king of Babylon, that man who's the king of America, that is the oppressor according to the Bible, man. Now let's read about this oppressor. Go back to verse 12.
Khan, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right, now start where you are. Anyone get me Lamentations 2 and 1. Quickly, hold where you are. Someone get me Lamentations 2 and 1.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 2 and verse 1. How had the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger?
Right, so in this chapter, the Lord's giving you an analogy, how he's pissed with us, angry with us. Jeremiah is saying, yo, how come the Lord got a cloud over us? It's like, you look at the life of black people, it's like clouds following us. No matter where we move to, no matter where we run to, that cloud's following us, man. And you know how a dark cloud carries rain with it? Imagine that dark cloud following black people and it's carrying abortion with it. It's carrying black crime with it. Whether you go to Jamaica, England, everywhere black people are, Haiti, the same problems are no matter everywhere we are. It's like once you've been to one ghetto, you've been to a more. The same thing black people are going through in England is the same thing we're going through in Jamaica. It's like this cloud's following us, and Jeremiah is asking the question like, how come the Lord's covered us with a cloud in his anger, man? Come on.
And cast down from heaven.
What?
And cast down from heaven.
Come on.
Unto the earth the beauty of Israel.
So the Bible says the Lord cast Israel from heaven down to the ground.
Right.
Jeremiah said the Lord, the beauty of Israel was in heaven, and the Lord threw it down to the ground. Someone, if this is literal, someone showed me in the Bible when Israel was in heaven. When was Israel ever in heaven? When did Israel ever have wings that was in heaven in the clouds? Someone show me that, man. Rabbi, what's it saying when it says that the beauty of Israel was in the heaven and the Lord cast it down to the earth? What does it mean?
Come on. So like our condition used to be heaven. Like we ruled this earth. You know what I'm saying? We cast down into the earth, like we cast down into the dirt, into a low state where we are now, sir.
That's right, man. When you read the Bible, to be cast down from heaven means to be living up here, to be living like Moses and Joshua and Ezekiel, to what? Being a street sweeper, man.
Right.
be a nice, lovely nation, man. God-fearing, to be the nation that aborts their babies, man. To have women like Judith and Ruth, to have women like Nicki Minaj and Little Kim, man. That's what it means, cast down from heaven. So go back to where you were, Habani God, if you could. 14 and 12.
Khan. How, from verse 12, from the start.
Khan.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right.
So,
and the Bible says in that day, once again, in fact, hold where you are. You know, I think I went too quick. Go on, read that part again.
Khan, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
And this is what men are gonna say. This is what men are gonna say to the oppressor, the king of Babylon, Lucifer, the shining one. They call him Lucifer. Why? Because Lucifer means shining. This man, everyone looks up to this man. Everyone thinks he's so great. Everyone thinks he got the answers. We serve his God. Why? Because he said so. Black people serve white Jesus, knowing the history of white Jesus, but hey, the white man said do it. We jump in the white man's army, knowing that England has a bad history of hating black people, we just do it anyway. Why? Because the white man said so. He's a shining one, and that day he's gonna be cast to the earth, man. And men are gonna look at him and say, "Yo, how was you cast down from heaven, man? Ain't this the same man that could press a button and block countries? Ain't this the same man that came? You know, we're gonna read it, man. In fact, skip back. Let's go back. Let's go back. So, like, I think I'm getting too ahead of myself. Give me verse 4.
Khan.
No, give me verse 5. Verse 5.
Isaiah 14, verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Right. So the verse above says, how has the wicked king ceased? And it's explaining why. Because the Lord broke his staff. A staff is something you lean on your support. If I take away your support, you crumble. The Lord taking it away from the oppressor, man. Scepter is what a king has to rule. The Lord taking the rulership away from white people, taking it away from the American powers, away from the Russian powers, away from the British powers, man. And they're going to cease to rule. And we're ruling next, black man. Come on.
Khan. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Oh, and that king of Babylon, who the Lord's going to take away his rulership. This man is known for harming people, man. Known for oppressing people with continual wrath. Known for deporting the women's generation. Known for putting in black people's neighborhoods. Known for his police force murdering our young kids, man. Known for putting up abortion clinics in our neighborhoods. And that day he's coming down. He's known for harming the people with a continuous stroke, man. He's known for going around the globe and stealing people's oil. Known for going around to countries saying who and who not can have nuclear weapons, man. He's known. Come on.
He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth.
And the day comes when all the nations are going to come against him. Right about now, everyone's scared of him. But you see in the news now, everyone ain't scared of him no more. Right. North Korea is no longer scared. Iran is no longer scared. You heard the news, man. Iran said, listen, if UK or America get involved, English blood will shed. Once upon a time, everyone was scared of him. This man possessed the atom bomb, had nuclear warfare, but now guess what? All nations got it, man. Everyone's tired of him robbing their oil, man. Tired of him coming in their countries, man, and robbing their resources. This white man walked into China, man. Walked into China, so yeah, I'm gonna make my own city in China called Hong Kong. And here's a country in China which is British owned, called Hong Kong. This man went to Australia and said, yeah, it's my country now. You Aborigines are second-class citizens, move. Went to America, man, and put the Native American Indians, who are the chosen people of God, on reservations. I said, this is my land now. Went to America, went to places like Texas and California, man, and put a border there and called the Mexicans illegal immigrants in their own land.
Right.
Could you imagine me coming to your house and saying, yeah, from the kitchen to the living room is my territory now? In your house, right. And if you cross that, you're an illegal immigrant. I got the nerve to say, I'm going to build a wall. I don't want Alban coming into my kitchen. This is a man that stroked the nation with a continuous stroke, man. And that is coming to an end. Every other nation is pissed now, man. And they're going to fight against him. And no one can stop him. That's what it means by no man hindereth. Meaning no man can save him. Come on.
Khan. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
Read that again.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
What does that mean?
It says the whole world is what at rest and is quiet.
Yeah.
Khan, so if I could, so that means, you know what I'm saying, when this oppressor is brought down, like so proud and is causing chaos on the earth, like he goes around oppressing everybody. When he is brought down, the earth is going to be quiet. Like there's going to be no more war in this earth.
There you go. Imagine there's a bullying everybody, and one day you take out the bully, man. And what happens when you take out the bully? Everyone's happy, man. When you see a bully get stood up to, everyone's like, oh, finally, man, that nigga was he was a menace to the community, man. And that's the oppressor, a menace to the world, man. And when he gets taken out the way, the whole earth is going to be at peace. Everyone's going to say, finally, man, no more invasions. Finally, no one telling me how much opium I can have in my country. Finally, no man can come back community and, bother us, man. Finally, the whole earth will be at peace, man. Come on.
Garman Khan, they break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us.
Oh, God, look at that, man. The white man, here's some sort of sound for feedback. Oh, the oppressor is such a devil that when he gets taken out of the way, even the trees are going to rejoice, man. A fellow is someone that chops down trees.
Right.
Does anyone know why the trees are going to be happy that the oppressor's gone?
If I could, sir.
Come on.
Because the oppressor was that fella that chopped down all the trees, was oppressing everyone.
There you go. The oppressor was the one cutting down all the trees, man. Everyone knows trees is made for what? Trees breathe in carbon dioxide and give you oxygen. The oppressor cuts it down. Not one tree, not two trees, not three trees. He's so greedy, he cleans out the whole rainforest, man.
That's right.
And then that's where you get your paper companies from. That's where you get your door companies from, and your wood companies from, and your B&Q and your Wicks, because he got to be rich. That's where you get your wood companies. He sells you wood because he wipes out the whole entire rainforest, cleans it out clean.
Right.
And when he goes, even the rainforest is going to say, oh, thank God for that, man. Even the fish are going to say, thank God for that, man. In ancient times, we used to fish, get a net full of fish, a fishing rod, not the oppressor. He cleans the whole ocean out, man. And then all that fish, what? Goes on your shelves in Tesco, in Asda. He rapes the whole entire ocean, man. And when he's out the way, the earth can breathe, man. The earth can, regenerate itself, man. Get some more trees again. The insects can live, man. Life can go back to normal, man. The Lord told us to hunt in moderation, not as oppressor. He wants every single bull, every single sheep for his McDonald's company, man. Every single chicken for his KFC. He wants all of them, loads, man. When we used to kill one, cook it down, use the bones, use the feathers, not the oppressor. He wipes them all out. You brothers know about the ox in America, yeah? How the oppressor used to kill it just for hunting. Mm-hmm. Just for hunting. We had the ox to live, man. We use the fat for wax, use the bones for certain things, use the skin for clothing. And this man has killed them, man. Just take a picture. A big mountain of ox is posing by the ox. Robert, if you could, get me the picture, man, of the ox. The ox is dead and rotting, and no man can use it. Why? Because he wants to, take a picture by it. So like it's no, sir.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Don't you mean the bison?
I believe it was the buffalo.
You're right. The buffalo. Sorry, the buffalo.
Oh, buffalo, no bison. Buffalo.
Same family, but you're right. The buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Good. Let me go here. Hold on.
You got it, yeah? Any questions also to type them in, man? Go on, sis. Yeah, of course. The sister asked, was we using wood in the past, but the white man using excess? Of course we're using wood. When Jesus Christ, his father was what? In fact, what was Jesus Christ himself? A carpenter. We always use wood. But the problem with black people and oppressors are greedy and they want every stitch of land. They'll come to you like the oppressor came to America and couldn't share. He could say, okay, you have that side, I have this side, even though he's not owed anything, but he couldn't even do that. He wanted every single stitch of land, and he wants every piece of wood so he can sell it to you, man, so he can make money out of it. He's greedy. You gotta be Alban. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
No, man, it's a better one, but it's the Mountain of Buffalo. Let me see if I can find it.
Let me see. Buffalo. It might be this one here. I think I got it. Is this Buffalo?
When I say it's a mountain.
It might be this one.
That's the one. Third one to the right. Look at that mountain at Buffalo. Look at that, man. Look at that, man. What a waste. Look at all the fur, man, the leather, or the bones, the fat you can use for candle wax, and the presses kill them all, man. Just so you can take a photo composing. That is a waste, man. The Native American Indians relied on this buffalo. This was their source of meat, and the oppressor killed them all just for hunting, man. Just for hunting, just to take a picture of it, man. It's the devil the Bible speaks of. We need trees, and this man just wipes it out clean so he can make money, man. We need fish, and this man wipes it clean so he can make bird's eye fish fingers, and he gets selling in chip shops or whatever the case may be, man. This is the devil the Bible speaks of. This is why all the animals are going to rejoice when this man is taken out of the way, man.
That's
drop that. Keep it in.
Come, verse 9. Hell from beneath is moving for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Come on.
It stirreth up dead for thee. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones.
Right. So death, the grave is coming for you. This man is talking about saying death is coming for you. For too long, you've been living nice in America and England, and you ain't got no death. You ain't experienced poverty. You ain't experienced oppression. What you're going to, death is coming for you. Come on.
All the kings of the nations, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
And everyone's gonna say, you're just weak as us. You're just a man like us. At once upon a time, this oppressor had nuclear warfare, but everybody has it now, man. And now they're gonna say you're just a man like us, man. And that's why, is China scared of America? No. Is North Korea scared of America? No. Is Iran scared of America? No. Iran said if America intervene, we'll fight them too. Why? This is the order of a nation saying you're just as weak as us, man. Come on. Verse 11.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Come on.
And the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Go, saying death shall come your way, worms are going to eat your flesh. Come on.
Come on, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right. So you read from verse 1 all the way to verse 12. Who is Lucifer according to what we just read? Lucifer, what is the oppressor?
Come on.
The man is oppressing, it's going to be brought down low, and the grave's going to cover him. Who's all the nations are going to say, hey, you're not bad. You used to be bad, but now you're just like us. That's who Lucifer is. Nowhere in this chapter did it say Lucifer is some demonic being, man. Nowhere in the chapter did it say Lucifer is an angel fell from heaven, man. Lucifer is this demon here that wipes out the rainforest, and when it's taken out of the way, the rainforest will rejoice. The animals will rejoice. That's who he is from verse 1 up until verse 12. Don't let no Christian skip to verse 12 and tell you about, because Satan cast from heaven because he rebelled against God. That's nowhere in the Bible. Look at that white man telling you that and say, you are Lucifer, man. Don't tell me about is a man falling from heaven. You are Lucifer who is going to fall from heaven, man. Go on, keep it in.
Khan, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
That's right, one. Tell your pastor, so then, if Lucifer is an angel that fall from heaven, when did Lucifer weaken the nations, man? When?
Right.
According to Christian doctrine, Lucifer was cast out of heaven before Adam. According to their fairy tales, man. Nations didn't exist then. But the Bible saying that this Lucifer guy weakened nations, man. When did that happen? I'm gonna show you when Lucifer weakened the nations, man. When he went to Iran and said you can't have nuclear war. When he went to Jamaica and put our forefathers in chains. When he went to America and put our forefathers in chains. When he went to Brazil and put our forefathers in chains. When he went to South Africa, man, and oppressed them Africans. When he went to India and oppressed the Indians, man. When he went to Pakistan and oppressed them and brought something called a caste system. When he colonized the Nigerians. When he went to Australia and killed the Aborigines, that's when he weakened the nation, man. Come on.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
And this oppressor says, "Well, I will ascend into heaven, man." Has anyone ever heard of space travel?
Right.
Who's number one for going at space travel, man? Who's number one for putting satellites out there in space, man? Who's number one for trying to go out where God is, trying to find out where God? Who has nuclear space? A nuclear space program? The oppressor has it, man. Ain't
That's
no
right.
demon got no space program. Ain't no demon got nuclear warfare out there in space, man. Ain't no demon traveling to the moon, man, saying the eagles landed, but the white man does it though. Ain't no demon got satellites out there in space, but the white man does though. Whether it's Russia, whether it's England, whether it's America, they do it. It's what they do. Come on.
Khan. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Damn, and we are the congregation of God. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are the congregation of God. And the white man sits on us, man. Sits on us primarily in North America. He sits on us. Come on.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Come on.
I will be like the Most High.
And this oppressor wants to be like the Most High. Someone give me an example of how he wants to be like the Most High.
If I could, sir.
Come on.
Like one thing that you mentioned again, like how he going into space, like he trying to be in the heavens.
There you go, man. This man thinks he's the Most High. This man's cloning sheep now.
Right.
God said that two men can't marry. He goes, yeah, yes, they can. God said that what a man rules over his household. He goes, no. A woman can rule if she wants. God said that you must have me and one God only. He goes, no. You can't have the religion of choice. This man thinks he's the Most High, man. He thinks he makes the rules. God said that the week starts on Sunday, man. He goes, no, man. It starts on Monday, man. God, Saturday is the seventh day of the week. So no, I can change it, man. This man thinks he's the Most High, man. He thinks he makes the rules, man. Science, come on.
Salakia Sere family. I have one more.
Come on.
He also is pushing to be like in you. So he's trying to make you have his thoughts and that you have his way. So he's forcing himself, his ideas onto you, which the Most High is doing with us from the beginning. And he's trying to replace what the Most High has given us to what he wants to.
Absolutely. Try to push it enough through songs or media. The Lord said you can't pork, crab, shrimp, or lobster. He makes a pork breakfast at McDonald's, man, and makes it catchy so the kids want some. Here's the reason why you're fighting with your kids, man. Why your kids want to eat, pork. You say no, son, no Christmas, no Easter. He's the one why you're fighting with your wife, with your kids, with your family, because he thinks he's God. Your family will reject you for reading the Bible and celebrate Christmas. Why? Because the white man said so. Here it is, yeah. The Bible's a book of God. You're reading from the book of God, and they're saying, "Nah, I don't believe that. I believe what the white man says." They're basically saying, "F what you're saying." The white man told me it's fine, so it's fine. In essence, they're saying that they're saying the white man is more powerful than God. You're reading from the Bible, the book of God. No Christmas, no God before me, the Christmas tree. Yeah, but the white man says I can. So they're saying F what the Bible says. The white man's the God I listen to. Come on.
Come on, verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
There you go. That man's going to be brought down low. Come on. Then listen, Captain Meshach said, in the future, the next place you're going to see an oppressor is in a wax museum, man. You're not gonna see him in House of Parliament. You're gonna see him in a wax museum. You know how you go to a wax museum, you see a mammoth, and you're reading the caption. Mammoths roamed the earth 2,000 years ago. Wow, this is interesting. Listen, one day you're gonna take your kids to the museum and they'll say, a white man used to rule in Parliament. That's crazy. You hear that? White people, you ever had a mind-blowing fact? Like that's crazy. Like white people used to rule in Parliament. What? That is crazy. That's where the oppressors are heading. They're going down to the grave, man. They're gonna be the next servants of the earth. Come on.
Come on. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Come on.
They that see thee shall
Right.
narrowly.
That's the key. That's the key. In that day, when the oppressors brought down low, they that see him. So this man, you can see him. This ain't no spiritual being. This ain't no dopey, man. This is someone that you can physically see, and men are gonna look on this man in that day. Come on.
Thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
And they're gonna narrowly look at him. To narrowly look at someone means to look at someone suspicious and strange. Like, that's weird. That's strange. People are gonna look at this man narrowly. Come on.
And consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
And people are gonna look at him and say, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? When did a demon from heaven make the earth tremble? Never happened. When did a white man make the earth tremble? Every day with his bombs, man. Every day with his rockets, man. You see it right now with Turkey, not Turkey, with Ukraine and Russia, man. This man makes the earth tremble with his rockets, makes the earth shake with his bombs, man. He made the hospital out there in Iran shake with his bombs, man. This is the man everyone's gonna look at and say, yo, this is the man here in chains. He had rockets of war. He chased my grandparents around the ends with a truncheon. He deported the Windrush. This man was so strong. I can't see it, man. The way this man got, everybody gonna say, yo, the way this man got a toilet brush in the toilet, making it shine. Nah,
Right.
he's not gonna tell me he made it tremble, man. This man here with the toilet brush and the cloth. Nah, man. This is the best toilet cleaner in the whole earth, man. There's no way. There's no way this man could push a button and blow up a country, man. There's no way this man could have planes that could fly from one country to another country, man. Men are look at him now like, that's I can't believe it. Come on.
Khan, that did shake kingdoms.
And it shook kingdoms, man. So like this is, go on.
That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed cities thereof.
1 second, what question the class? 1 second. 1 second.
All of these things are happening. That was like end time prophecies. What does it say? Like, can you tell us what to expect next? Basically?
Okay, we'll get into it. We'll get into that. Anyway, I wrap up on this. Skip down to verse 21, then we move on.
Khan, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for their iniquity.
Wait. Why is that key? Let's see who's following me. Why is this verse key? See, Christians say that Lucifer is a heavenly being. Why is verse 21 key when proving that it's not a heavenly being?
Because if I could.
No, not Albert, man. Someone else. Luck, yeah.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I think, shall I go? Because I think the other brother say.
Go on, Ira.
All right.
Go on, Ira.
Okay. It's because it's saying he talk about his children.
There you go.
And the devil doesn't have any children.
There you go, man. It said prepare slaughter for his children. Does a spiritual demon have children? No, he don't, man. But guess who has children though? The white man does. The white man. And the Bible said what? Prepare slaughter for his children that they no longer inherit the earth, man. See, that's right. Man. America is scared that Iran might make nukes. So America passed a law that Iran is illegal for Iran to make nukes. Guess what? We know that the white man's the devil the Bible speaks of, and we don't want him to rule the earth again. Hence why we're going to do what, Akim?
We're gonna prepare slaughter for him.
There you go, man. He's in the
So like
Bible.
I said,
There
if I
you
may,
go. Once again, read verse 21 explains itself.
Connor and Khan.
In that day, we're gonna prepare slaughter for that same reason. When you go to war, like after World War II, Germany was such a tyrant that one of the laws was what? Germany was not allowed to make weapons. And the oppressor is so demonic and horrible. We're gonna stop him from producing, man, because we know what happens when they reproduce. Wars happen, AIDS happen, godlessness happens, selfishness happens. That's what we gotta do. Read that, verse 21.
And on verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
One,
that they do not rise, nor possess the land.
That they do not rise, man. Because when there's enough of them, they rise. They come all humble first. Oh, so lucky, you good, sir. Then they rise, and guess what they do? Guess what they do, Alban? They make Jesus white. Guess what they do, Habaniga? They make the angels white. Then they start telling you that you're 3/5 of a man. They start telling you that black is ugly and that white is good. They start telling you that you ain't Shakespeare. We are Shakespeare. You ain't the prophets. We're the prophets. And that's why, black man, we're gonna in that day prepare slaughter for their children. Why? So that they do not rise, man. Right. Any more questions? No, sweat.
so like for me, I if I can,
come on.
I wanted to add on what I was saying before that you cannot say that it could be like spiritual children of the devil of Satan, because it say prepare for the iniquity of their fathers. That will bring their whole spiritual children thing down.
There you go. And this also, that's a good point. This is also a cut for all them oppressors that say, well, I never owned slaves. Well, I never had you in the cotton field. The Bible says prepare slaughter for the iniquity of their fathers, man. Let me tell you something, black man. We paid for our forefathers' sins, didn't we? You know, our 9 to 5 shows that we work for our, we pay for our fathers' iniquities. The drugs in the neighborhood shows that we're paying for ours. They gotta pay for theirs too, man. They gotta pay. If you're a white man living in England, you benefited from slavery. I don't care if you're a white man in England with you follow Britain reform. What's called reform Britain, and you got no teeth in your head, man. You still benefited from slavery of black people, man. We've cut canes that you can live great. We've cut canes that you can get them benefits and buy that 6 kind of lager that you buy every week, man. And for that reason, you know what I mean, just pay for it, man. Salakia. What's the question?
Salakia, sir, if I may once more, Salakia, because what you were saying is so heavy, because also when their forefathers made us slave and do all those horrible things to us, they did it with them of today in their mind. They walking on streets of stones the day because they was in the brain of their forefathers. They was doing it so they can live like they living today. They mistreat us. They did all those things to our forefathers with them in the brain. So you cannot say, even if you say you wasn't there, you didn't do it, you was right in their brain. You was there because it's because of you they did it. They wanted to give you a better life. So you should be able to pay for that too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
When England was building England, when the Netherlands was building in the Netherlands, they was doing it what? For the greater good of everyone in the Netherlands. And guess what? That includes you too, man, Mr. Paul Whiteman. Includes you too. Them benefits that you get every Saturday, and you know you spend it on your beers or whatever. Black people died for that, man. When you're going to London to just look around and sightsee, you're seeing the wonderful buildings, and black people died to fund that, man. We died for everything that you can enjoy, and therefore you gotta pay for it, man. So luck, yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't listen. I'm in the truth. You know, I didn't disobey the Lord. My forefathers did, man. We gotta pay for it. Likewise, you gotta pay for yours too, man. Any question online? I will get the question online, Baba Kushar.
Come on. So we got a question from Sister Nakapai. She says, Shalom, do we as people do work for us on Sabbath? For example, like get your garden done or get your hair done. She says, it's like I meant, can we let people do work for us on the Sabbath, for example, gardeners or hairdressers?
No, you want to avoid that day. You know what I mean? It's no other option. The speech can't be there, but you really want to avoid that day. You really want to get into the practice of the Bible goes rehearse the righteous acts. And in the future, no one will be working on the Sabbath day. So you want to start that now if you can. We know some brothers got to go to work on the Sabbath day. Sometimes you got a plumbing issue, and the plumbing's coming out on Saturday. You can't avoid that. You got to do it, but you want to avoid that as much as you can. What's this?
Well, when the hassle go straight down on Saturday, we might set up tables and stuff. So why can I work for myself?
No, say again. So Passover on Saturday.
Like we sell things
And Passover.
on Saturday.
No, Passover is not serve our work. No, Passover is not. Like, for instance, you're allowed to work on the Passover because if you couldn't work on the Passover, how would the lamb get made? It's fair to serve our work. If you can avoid it, you should avoid it as much as possible. We live it. Rather than it's hard because we live in a world where it's the white man's world and our world. Until the chariots be here, there'll be one world. Like rather now, we're juggling LGBTQ and our kids going to school. We're juggling this wicked system and our system, so it's hard. But you want to avoid it as much as possible. When Christ come back, it'll be easier. It'll be one world we're living in. But rather than it's difficult, it's like here. No, she's saying you're employing a gardener, so he's working for you. You're making it work on the Sabbath day. But she's saying, so I'm saying you want to avoid that. If you're doing your own, if you're cutting the garden yourself, then you're not being paid to do it. So it's Tawab. But if you're employing someone, you want to avoid that. So as a brother, ask him for another day if you can. What is this?
What's the understanding of buying and selling? So you're saying when we work on a Saturday or sell things on a Saturday, let's say we set up a store on a Saturday, we're not supposed to.
No, so the Passover is different. The Passover is the day where in the Bible, the Passover, Christ was in the temple and brothers was buying and selling exchanges. Remember, and there was robbing people. But the Saturday, if you're working for yourself, it's Tawab. But if you got a man working for you, you don't want to do that. Not on the Sabbath day. It's his day off. If you got a gardener coming over, if you were, imagine, one second, imagine if you got the council coming over to fix the plumbing and the housing said he must come over. 1 second, Akim. Fix that, please. Okay. Now imagine if you got the council coming over, a plumber's coming out, it's not your house. If you don't allow him in, the house will have a problem. In that case, let the man in. But really, you want that man to have a day off. Who's a Slakia? They don't say Slakia?
Yeah, Khan. I'm just gonna ask you if you could slow it down a little bit because you're going fast with the breakdown of the one. If you could slow it down, Salakia, please.
All right, no sweat. Anything else?
Yeah, the sister followed up in the comments. She asks, but when we go shop, people are working on that day to serve us.
All right, I'll speak to the captain regarding that. But we know that at the moment we live in a world where they don't serve the Most High, so you have to juggle both. But let me speak to captain. I'll get back to next week on the exact same one. All right, but we know that he's called serve our work, and these devils that work on shops, they want to, they don't care about the law, and they want to do it, and a lot of them is their own. A lot of their corner shops is their own personal job anyway, but they want to work. But hold it there. I'll find out for you next week, right?
And
I want to also
had
your question. Once again, I want to have your questions. That's I got your question answered. If you remember which one they were, I can't remember which one it was though, but I got them both answered. I can't remember the scripture. If you remember, I can break it down for you. Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, so like you said, you're still going a little bit fast, All right, I'm trying to get what you're saying or some of the things. Yeah, you got. And just one other thing was Slack. Don't I forgot that.
No, so you remember? Let us know. Any more questions?
Yeah.
Rabban, do you remember the question that you sent to me?
I'm trying to find it. It's what was it 1 John 2:15? It says no, it wasn't.
I got it written down. I had to bring it. I finally got the answer. Can you believe that? I finally got the answer and didn't bring it to
right. It said the world lasts not forever, something like that.
1 John 2.
No, I don't think it's that one. It's some about the world passeth away. That's it. I believe it was bada bing, bada boom. 1 John 2:17.
That's the one, yeah?
God. 1 John 2:17. It reads, bada boom, bada beam. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof.
You know what that means, right?
I do know this one. So in the previous verse, it says, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that's in the world, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof.
Right. So you know what that means, right? So don't run down the world, the things in the world, the money, all that stuff. All that stuff passes away. Come on.
Come on. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
You know what the will of God is, right?
Come on. Most of us commandments.
Okay, come on.
Abideth forever. Little children, it says the last time. Oh, that might not have been the one. Select.
I'll get it first. I can't remember. I'll get that. No, sir. I think the sister got another question online. If you put it up, I'll bring it as well.
Oh, God, sir. Well, question from Maccabees, Matthew 6 and verse 34. How do you do that if you still feel worried? Somebody get Matthew 6:34.
We'll get Matthew 6:34.
I got it. Hello. I got it.
Come on, read it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow, for the morrow shall take thou for the things of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Right. So Jesus Christ said, take no thought of tomorrow. Now, does this mean don't prepare? Does this mean don't go shopping? Don't put on no clothes? No. He's saying, don't worry about tomorrow. A lot of us worry about the bills that we got no money for. If you ain't got the money for it, what can you do? Worrying won't get you the money. Worrying won't sort the problem out. Worrying won't fix the bailiffs from coming. Christ said, don't worry about that, man. Tomorrow will take care of. Tomorrow will come. You can't stop tomorrow from coming. It's going to happen, man. Christ said, worry about today. You got enough things to do with today. Now, what's the sister's question?
She says, how do you do that if you still feel worried?
You need to. Every man in the school has a time in his life where you need to check yourself and say, am I really in this truth? Everyone, the time in your life, you got to say, you know what? I got to do this. Like, for instance, you come into class, you're reading the Bible, and then one day, the things you're reading, you got to put it into practice. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do. When you're worrying, say, you know what? I got to believe what Christ said, man. Christ said, don't worry, man. I'm not going to worry about it, man. Furthermore, worrying won't save it. Worrying won't help you. Everyone got the time in life and say, you know what? I got to start pushing what I'm preaching. I got to start pushing what I read. And that's what you got to do, sister, man. If you're worried and stuff, you got to say, you know what? The same God that I tell everybody about and try and force them to come to class. I got to believe in him, man. I got to believe in the king that I talk about and tell my whole family about, man. And he said, don't worry. You know what? I'm not going to worry, man. That's what you must do. A lot of times we read it and don't exercise it. You got to start exercising it. Else, you're a man that don't believe what you're reading. So whenever you feel scared or whatever, you can speak to your camp leader, speak to your brother in school, but overall, you want to say, you know what? I'm going to believe in the things I'm reading. I'm going to read the things that I'm going to believe and do the things that I read about in class. I'm not going to worry, man. I'm not going to scare. I'm not going to be worried and make the white man pressure me, man. That's what you got to do, sis. That answers your question. Anything else?
Come on. So we also got a
question. Like you, sir. If I may add something onto that, if it's allowed.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to say, because what you're saying is so right, and I'm so agreeing with it. And, you know, a lot of time when I talk to my families also, you know, which are Christians, I always bring up the, like, you know, when you was a child, when you was a kid, you was playing with your cousins or your brother, and there come the little one that he cannot actually play with us, but your mothers and so they make him play with you. So now he's playing, but it's not really playing. How do y'all call that over there?
Like pretending?
Yeah. You know, and I'll always have to tell them your belief in God for pretending. You know, you like you playing, but you're not really playing. You understand? And so with that, I try to explain them that you need to really believe in the Lord. Because if you really believe in the Lord, then you know
you're right, brother. Like what you read, you gotta believe it, man. You can't get broke and now you want to sell drugs. Mister, we don't sell drugs. And when your time comes, oh shit, times are hard, oh, I'm selling drugs. You don't really believe what you've been taught in class or what you preach about. How even though you're broke, you got to do for the Lord, do it. You can't get scared now. Oh my God, you know what? I'm going to the church. Oh, you know what? I'm going to the Muslim mosque. You know what? I'm going to sell drugs because times are hard, man. What you do, you got to put it to the test, man. The same God that brought you in the truth, taught you the Jews are black, he's never done you wrong yet. So why is he going to do you wrong right now, man? Listen, don't worry about it, man. Do not worry about it. Someone get me the scripture where it says, casting all your fears upon him, I believe it says. If you call it out, I'll read verse 34 again.
Another one gone. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow.
All right, now take no thought therefore of tomorrow, meaning what? You got a bill due tomorrow. Now if you can solve it. If you can ask your mom or a family member, if someone can borrow your money, then do it, man. But don't go crazy and losing your mind and oh my God, and caring about it can't change nothing, man. And if nothing can be done, then shit, Crafty, I guess I'm moving in with you, man. You know, but I'm coming. I'm moving with you, man. So lucky, you got spare room. That's what I got to do. But lucky, man, but shuffle over. Nothing you can do. And therefore, you believe in the scriptures, man. Don't go out there and when the hard times are rough, now you're selling drugs. You don't believe in the God that you speak about, man. Right. You come to class every day, you don't really believe, man. When times are hard, how do you know what a man believes when times are hard? And when times are hard, you sold drugs. When times are hard, you had sex with that man's wife, meaning what the thing you believed in or say you believed in, you didn't really believe in. When your back was against the wall, you didn't go to that God that you say you believed in. You sold drugs, man. That's who your real God is, man. Right. Come on.
For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself.
You go, tomorrow will take thought of the things itself. Meaning what? Tomorrow will take care of itself. Tomorrow is going to happen. You can't stop it, man. Come on.
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
And there's enough evil to deal with today. Let's worry about the bills today. Let's worry about going to slavery today. Let's worry about battling the oppressor and your mom and everyone who hates you today. And then we worry about tomorrow. We think about tomorrow, and tomorrow ain't the year yet, man. One day at a time. That's what we gotta do, man. We're lucky. Someone got that scripture for me about casting your cares upon him. Nah?
One thing. First. It is. No, I don't know it yet.
It's First Peter. First Peter. Akian, give me 1 Peter 5 and 7. First Peter 5 and 7, I believe it is. One.
Coin.
I'll get back to the topic after this. But any question? One more question, I believe. Anybody got questions? Shout them out now.
1 Peter 5 and 7, you say, yeah?
That's the one, yeah.
1 Peter. Yeah, there's no 5 in 1 Peter. Hold on. Yes, okay, I got it. Yeah. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Back here.
5 and 7.
Yeah, 1 Peter 5 and 7. Casting all your cares upon him, for he careth for you.
That's what you gotta do, black man. Cast all your cares upon him, man. When times are rough, I'm not saying be irresponsible, man. I'm not saying not pay the rent, but when all things are, when you get your back against the wall, you gotta say, "Oh Christ, boy, Lord, listen, man, how will be this one, man?" And the Lord will do it for you, man. You can't say it in the truth and then, oh man, I left the truth. Why? Because the bills were high. I left the truth. Why? Because I had a house scare, so I ran to white Jesus. You didn't really believe in the first place, man. You can't say, you know what I mean, I'm in the truth, but when times are rough now, yo, I had to sell drugs. Why? Because they're gonna take away my house, craft fair. I had to sell drugs, man. You don't really believe in the Bible that you say you believe in, man. When times are rough, you ran. You cast all your cares upon the Most High, man. All right, cool. What's the last question?
Also got a question from Sister Nakapai. She says, Salaki, last one. How do you fully forgive? As sometimes you think you have, but you still remember and feel upset about what someone did.
Right. So, what is forgiveness? Anyone know?
If I could, sir.
Come on.
Forgiveness is not seeking vengeance.
There you go. So remembering what a brother done, or it pops to your mind, that's not you not forgiving them. Forgiveness is when you go, you know what? Usually I'll punch you in your mouth for this, you know, but I'm not gonna. Or usually, you know what I do? I'll key your car for this, or I'll put your picture on the internet for this. You say, you know what? Forget it. You did me wrong. Forget about it. There's no comeback. That is forgiveness. The thought popping in your mind, or you remembering it, shaking it off, that is not you not forgiving. That's just you having a memory. Forgiveness is the opposite of revenge. Meaning what? You hit me, I hit you back. You key my car, I key your car. If a man goes, you know what? You key my car, brother, you know what? Forget it, man. That's forgiveness. Meaning you ain't seeking revenge. That's forgiveness. You remembering it is not you not forgiving. A brother done you around, you know what? I'm not gonna even retaliate, man. That is forgiveness. So you're all in flesh and blood, and certain things pop in your mind and you shake it off. That don't mean that you haven't forgiven a brother. The fact that a man is still alive shows you forgiving him. The fact that a brother hasn't got his car keyed or haven't got punched back in the face, that is you forgiving that person or that sister. Ask the question again, please.
Oh God. So the question was, how do you fully forgive?
There you
Sometimes
go.
you think you have. So
you fully forgive by not getting revenge on that brother or sister. Now you've been upset by what someone said, your flesh. You know, you remember what I said, you go, ah, it's cold, man. Ouch. Oh, nevertheless, anyway, he said he was drunk, and that's that. That's you forgiving him. You having a memory and remembering how hurt or how sharp the words was. That's just human, man. You go, fucking hell, he said that about me. Ouch. That's how you that you can't stop. But you fully forgiving him because you're not seeking revenge. You saying, okay, he said about me, but you know what? I'm gonna boss his business, you know. Because you know what I mean? His school friend told me this about him. You said I'm not doing that. You forgiving them. You remember what he said. Them words are hurtful, man, or what they did was hurtful. And you got the right to be upset about it. But you not responding, that's you forgiving them. If that answers your question, sis. What did the Bible say? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Meaning you took my tooth, I take yours. The fact that you ain't took their tooth, that's forgiveness. You feel the type of way, you're upset about it, but you're forgiving them. That's why they have the tooth. That's why they have the eye. You ain't seeking revenge. Did that answer your question? Since that will answer your question, you want more elaboration there, please hit me up. Give me another cup or something there. Oh, sure. All right, no, sir. All right.
And if you could, sir, we got one more question regarding the Sabbath, sir. I don't know if you've seen this one.
Go on.
A question from Ronald B. He says, suppose I'm working for myself and have an urgent work to do on the Sabbath day. Can I do it?
You can, but you can't pay yourself for it. You can't get paid for it. You can work. If you're a man and you got your own business, you can't pay a man to work for you. And if you want to take care of it, it's you can do it, but you can't pay yourself. You can't benefit from it. You can't get money from it. So if you're a man, you got a trucking company, and your truck need to be what MOT or whatever, you can run him to the garage, but you can't get paid for it. Let's get back to my question. Sister Sawada, Let me get so give me Matthew 24 and 37. So you're all seeing what's happening in the Middle East with Iran, America, UK. Right about now, the weather's nice, man. Everyone's enjoying the weather. Everyone's talking about what they're gonna do in the weekend. I'm like, yo, have you not read in the news that England might be going to war, man? Like, deaths are gonna start piling up.
Right.
People are going to die, man. Life as you know it might never be the same, according to the Bible. You know what I mean? Rations might have to start being issued. You feel me? What else? You know, all the ice cream and living good at McDonald's, them days might come to an end, and no one cares, man. Everyone thinks, nah, it's okay, man. And I remember when I saw that, I remember the scripture. So like, read that for me, Michelle.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah's were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, so Christ, when Christ comes back, it's called what? The coming of the day of man. Meaning what? Christ is coming back to save us from nuclear warfare, man. Save us from our sins. And Christ saying, just like how the days of Noah was, the day when I come back shall be just like that, shall be the same. Now Christ is about to explain how the days of Noah was. Come on.
Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking.
Right, so Christ said the day he comes back is going to be just like the day of Noah. And in the days of Noah, man was eating, drinking, you know what I mean, living carefree lives, man, living careless, man. Going out, going to the beach, having a wonderful time, you know what I mean? Talking about what they're going to do for their son's graduation, daughter's graduation. My daughter's graduating in a few months. Everyone living careless, man. Does that sound familiar? Sounds like England, man. Right about now, the only thing England is concerned with is the heat wave. Got a heat wave coming in the weekend, man. Hot right now. Living good. Worrying about the mortgage. Worrying about getting a job. Really, if you're an oppressive out there, you ain't in the ISUPK. What you need to worry about is stacking up food, man. God is not on your side. God don't protect you, man. You need to worry about stacking up food, stacking up water, getting an underground bunker, man. Well, guess what? England's so proud. All they're worried about is, you know, McDonald's and, you know, living a British life. And I'm going to London, taking the kids to, you know, Central London this weekend, see the Big Ben, see the London Eye. Come on.
Marrying and giving in marriage.
Marrying, you know, just doing regular things in life, you know, meeting a wife, marrying, giving a daughter to marry, going to graduations, doing things that people regularly do. Come on.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
There you go. And no one considered that destruction was coming until the day that Noah entered into the ark. No one cared about water. No one cared about floods and being drowned to death until one day it started to rain. One day it started to rain and the water came to here, came to here, came to here. Then everybody wished to listen, man. And that's that same thing today. No one cares. Everyone thinks it's a laugh and joke until one day a bomb will hit England, man. One day your news will say this is not a test. One day the news will say what? They got that beep, that beep, no signal.
Right.
No one cares about the ISUPK, man. As far as we're concerned, we're just a cult that hates oppressors and got a chip on our shoulder, man. That day they were reasoning that, listen, these brothers weren't joking. That day they will understand that, listen, this is no joke, man. This is serious, man. That's the day that they will realize. Come on.
And know not until the flood came.
And they didn't know, didn't care, didn't consider until that flood came. And no one's going to consider until them bombs get lit off. England is so proud and it's so great. They think, nah, man, Keir Starmer will stop this one. America think that Trump got this one. No one wants to, you know, war with us, man. Okay, we're going to see, man. Because for what I'm hearing, I heard Iran got some bombs, man. China got some bombs. And North Korea's itching to drop it on America, man. And no one don't care. Everyone just wants to oppress black people and live careless, man, and live carefree. We're going to see. Go on.
And took them all away.
Come on.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
And the Son of Man shall be the exact same way. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be the exact same way. Meaning, when Christ comes back, it's going to be the exact same way. People are going to be living their life, worrying about what? A heat wave, worrying about going to the beach. Meanwhile, war is coming their way. Meanwhile, death is coming their way. Meanwhile, food shortage is coming their way, and they don't even know it, man. Keep it in.
Khan. Then shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken, and the other be left.
All right, no sweat. Sis, what was your question about war against Slovakia?
Just with everything that's going on right now, what can we expect? Like, what's obviously there's people getting scared, England's gonna get involved. What?
So the Bible says what? As you read, sister goes, what should you expect? The Bible goes, what nation shall rise against nation? So what you're gonna see is loads of nations getting involved. The Bible says what? 2 worlds has passed, and the third world cometh quickly. So you can expect World War III. You know what I mean? The Bible talks about all nations getting involved in nuclear warfare. So these are the things we got to look out for. Jesus Christ also said what? Watch as well as pray. So black man, you got to watch that news, man. Christians think that they don't got to watch. Christians think that all they got to do is bang a tambourine. Black man, you got to watch, man. We are not Christians. You need to prepare. You need to get ready. You know what I mean? What the parable about what the 10 wise virgins that didn't have oil in the lamp. Why? Because they did not prepare. Black man, don't sit there like some Christian thinking, oh, God will help me out, man. So like, God will, but the Lord wants to see you doing work too, man. And therefore, that will give the Lord mercy and compassion to help you. So black man, we got to watch as well as pray, man. That's the only defense we got. We don't have no weapons, no tanks, no defenses. The only defense we got is the Most High God, man. And black man, we gotta stay on his good side. That's all we got. You see what Ukraine got. We see what Russia got. We see what America got. Black man, what do you have? We have nothing but the Lord, man, but our power, man. Someone get me that. Someone get me watch as well as pray. About 10 more minutes. Maybe 1 second. 1 second, Akim.
So it's got Mark, book of Mark chapter 13 and verse 33. It says, "Take ye heed, watch and pray."
Christ said, take ye heed means what? To pay attention. Black man, Hispanic man, do not sit at home thinking, yeah, I'm good, man. Take heed, pay attention, man. Prepare, be a warrior, be a soldier, man. Take ye heed and watch, look out, watch the news, see who's fighting who, so you know, like anything, man. You look out for dark clouds, so you know when it's the winter. You look for signs, so you know it's the winter. You look for, how do you know it's April? How do you know it's March? Because you see signs, man. It gets dark early. The leaves fall off the trees in the springtime, and likewise, Christ is coming back and he's giving us signs to look out for. And these are the signs that we got to look out for, man. Nation rising against nations. Wars and rumors of wars, you know what I mean? The news, that's what we got, that's what we need to watch out for, man. And Christ said, take heed, look out for these things. Come on.
Khan. For ye know not when the time is.
There you go. You don't know when it's gonna be. We don't know the exact date. We don't know the date and the time and the hour it's gonna happen. All we can do is watch out for the season, man. And right about now, the season is looking promising.
That's
right. Nation rising against nation. We got multiple countries ready to fight, ready to push buttons. England is on the brink of going to World War III. America is on the brink of going to World War III. Iran, North Korea, all these nations are talking about if England steps in, if America steps in, it's going to be a problem for black men. Watch as well as pray. Get ready, man. Now ain't the time to be having a little, what's it called? A little bickering beef, brother, man. Ain't the time to be weak now and go back into weed, man. Ain't the time to be a whore now and go back to your ex-man in the world. This ain't the time. If there was ever a time to fix up, it's now. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Never in history, from the 60s up until now, have you seen such tension in the news, man. It's lucky, sis.
Like you said, is there any prophecies about, about people, as we would say, dropping their sword in the last days?
So the sister asked, is there any prophecies of people dropping their sword in the last days, last minute or last days or
like,
near the end? There is. Anyone know the scripture?
Salaki, sir, can it be the one that say that not everyone they say master, master, the Christ gonna say I don't know you?
No, not really. Even though, anyone got another one?
Not off the top of my head. It's one where like there was in the wilderness and it was sifting the I can't remember off the top of my head, bro.
1 second. A good one is 1 second. Bear with me. One in Timothy. First Timothy 4:1.
Book of 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
There you go. In the last days, some shall depart from the faith. Depart from the faith means what? That you had it and now you're no longer in it. A Christian ain't a man that departed from the faith. A man that departed from the faith is a man that had it and left it. And that man shall leave the truth in the last days. So yes, this is scriptures about men leaving the truth in the last days. Another one that I can't find now talks about men leaving the truth in the 11th hour. You know, a clock is 12 hours. Talks about men putting the sword down in the 11th hour. We can get that next week. But that's that in the class. Anything before we break down?
If I could, sir, I did remember the verse. It was in Matthew 24 and verse 34 and 5. If I could read it really quickly.
Go on.
It says, "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away."
That's like the one I asked the question for, Salakia. The another one, I'll get it in the book. The another one you asked that I got the question for last night, Salakia. I didn't know about that. I forgot about that one. Go on, sis.
Like you said, one more thing on the same topic. You know, like how everything we do is biblical, i.e., rank system and things like that. Is dropping your sword a biblical thing?
Drop the sword, no. So UPK, the sister asked, is dropping your sword a biblical term? No. A biblical term will be departing from the faith or becoming weak in the last hour. Dropping your sword is a UPK term that we use. Just like the third dimension, you never find the third dimension in the scripture, something that UPK is saying, even though it is a third dimension. So yeah, dropping your sword is an analogy of a soldier that meant to have his sword in his hand and he drops it. That's the analogy. That's where it comes from. The Bible talks about, the Bible use terms like becoming weak or, you know, or fainting, becoming faint, but dropping your sword is a UPK term that we'll be using from 1969. With that, Radaya Allah, please, with the announcement of Bashar, clap it up. Radaya Allah, do the salute, Baba Bashar.
Man of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Alright. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatam.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatam.
To the sister current salute. And Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shema Latan B'Hashem Yahushai.
Imagine Dismiss.